So hi, yeah, welcome to my channel once again. So a quick one. I'm doing this very short video. This is the beginning of my series on web scraping project. So first one will be that of an e-commerce site in Nigeria. For those Nigerian watchers, you know of Gigi. So this is a workflow to show how I can be able to, you can be able to, scrape jobs from GG. Okay, let's start from. So it's a very quick one. So I'll be using the httpx library and a beautiful httpx to, get the HTML context, then the beautiful soup to be able to pass, the CSS selectors in order to be able to get the actual data we need. So okay, yeah, the httpx I'll be using the library called the async client, just to be able to run it in the job asynchronously. Then I'm using pandas so as to be able to save to CSV, then log in for information. Now I'm using this is the URL, right? Okay, we can check this together with can go check the URL together, so you can be able to see. Okay, so now this is the URL we're getting our data from. So at each point, so I'm going to I'm using F12 to just inspect the web, so for you to understand time after time what I'll be doing. So on the other hand, let's go back to the project. So I'm setting the user agent so as for my application not to be making a request as a Python library or Python application. So yeah, that is the other. So now when using the async client, definitely when you want to define your method, which is your function, so definitely you are using the async def to define a function. So this is the login statement to just say, okay, I'm starting. That's just like I'm printing a statement to make the application interactive. Now my headers, my user agent, so which is this. So what I'm doing is to use random headers for different requests. Do you get? So now let's go to the main part, which is the scraping part. Now we have the URL with the headers, so we just from we set up the client, which says, okay, async client, then we set up the async client with async client, as client. Then soup to also get. Now we pass the HTML, using the beautiful soup, right. So whereby the products from the the results from the HTML is being passed into this using the HTML parser. Now the first thing when you are doing anything relating to e-commerce, because data are being grouped in cards in those websites. So the first thing is for you to be able to get the card itself, and I'm going to show you how you can get this class and also this div tag and the class for each, right. So let's go back to this place. So what we are targeting first, to be able to get all this data, get this price, to be able to get this and this. So the first thing we need to target is the card itself. So when you check the card, let's look for what the tag is for the card itself, the card as a whole, right. So okay, let's click on this. So you see that from here, this is the whole card for each. So definitely, so we have this. So now how do you now write the query to be able to get that card? So for each of this has the same card element. When you click on this, it's also b list item. So how do you now be able to get the card first? Isn't beautiful? So let's go back to our code. Isn't beautiful? So now the first thing is the tag, right. What tag can you see here? It's called div tag, right. So div, then you have div, which is a tag. Then what class does it belong to? What CSS class? So then you have the CSS class, which is this. Do you get? So the CSS class, this is the CSS class right here. So now getting this for each of all those data being stored real estate listings, I have this. So the next thing you need to do is now you need to use a for loop, to iterate throughout the web. Now I'm still going to still do a further lecture to this using Playwright, because this would only give you 30 30 results. Why? The reason being that GG uses this kind of lazy loading on their website, whereby you can only see the data when you scroll down. So definitely what we need to do is to use a tool such as Playwright, a tool such as Playwright, to be able to to be able to get sorry about that, I got a message from work, to be able to get the data you need. So okay, so the next thing we need to do is after that, so now start iterating through through the cast. Now the first thing we want to get is the links. We want to get the links. So let's go back to, just don't look at this, let's go through to this place and check the link to that particular. So now the link, now once I have this, now this is the link. So what is the tag again? Like I said, A is the tag under div. Under this class we have A, which is the tag. You can see the class with the green, then A, which is, then the A, what element are we looking for in the A? We are looking for the element called href. So this is a kind of special element. So href equals to true. So we are looking for a place where I need to have that again, where the href is equal to true. So now this is okay, very good. Now this in a way is not okay, the href is equal to true. Yeah, yes, that's it. So yeah, that is what we are looking for. So the next thing we need to do is to find a way to pull it in. So putting it in, A is the tag, href equals to true. Now the next thing we need to do is to get this specific href, because one thing I need to let you know is for every link in this website is being classified under the name href. So, and you'll see that this href itself might be that of the picture or something, but I can't find anything gg.com relating to this. So we need to look for the href that has something like kind of gg.com, which gives you the real this thing you're looking for, right? So so that is what we're looking for, and so I hope we can find us here, so I can just illustrate before being able to get this back, right? So this is still under this class, right? Okay, so okay, so we are looking for the href that has gg.com, then plus plus the link tab that we have. Then if there is none, then let's go to the title itself, looking for the title. So the title of what I call the title, which is this, the title. So what is okay, now this is the title. When you go back to the screen, you'll see what is the tag, div again. Then this on the other hand is not directly just to the element, but it has a class. So definitely we are adding the class to it. So the class is b advert inner, right, before the space. So we're pulling with the class, right, which is this. Then to get the inner text, which is this, the inner text, which is this, then what we had to do is to dot get underscore text, right? Dot get underscore text, and we strip, when we in Python, when we say strip, you strip off the quotation marks or in the string level. So that is, then let's go to the price. Let's go to the price. Sorry about that. Let's go to the price itself. So for you to the price, you can see just the same way. Let's go to the code for you to understand div and QA advert price, then and description. just as this is the description too, right? Description, which is this. So you'll see this, right? This is a text. Same thing as the other. Do you get? So the next thing is, now that we have all, then the location, you can also try check the location. And one thing I will tell you is you need to be careful in these places where you have the underscore, because while I did the project on my own, I was using one underscore where there had to be two. You need to be able to look deeply into the so now that's it. So now the next thing is to be able to map the schema. Okay, the first thing I forgot to tell you, the first thing is to create a list, an empty list where you append the old data. So now is to be able to create something like a schema map, which is this. We have the title, description, just results from the text we've gotten added into a Python dictionary. You get? Then why I told you that we are going to pass this into a data frame, right? Python data frame. So which means this whole process should return a data frame. Now you can go ahead and do transformation, but this video is not meant for that. This video is just how to scrape e-commerce website. On the next one I'll be using Playwright. Then we'll go into places like Jumia, places like going to like eBay, or just one step at a time. But I'll also do one more lecture for Gigi using using Playwright, right? So as to be able to automate and just to have more data. In this would only give maximum of 29 to 30 data points. So the first thing I'll do is to like I said, I've done this before, so to delete this. So and let's see when we run again what we are going to have. Okay, so I have what is my, I think, WB. I'm trying to say what I used as my environment. So scripts. So then I should have activates. So yeah, I guess I want to believe that is, oh yeah, that's true. So now what I need to do is Python. Sorry, no Python, not okay. Python. Okay, Python. Let me put this up a bit. Python. Oops. Wow. Let's say Python. What was the name again? gg.py. Right. So let's see what the outcome would be this time. So it's loading. It's loading. So yeah, why is it taking this time? Okay. Oh, one thing while it's loading, one thing okay, yeah, is to run an asynchronous job, you need to use the essential.run, right? So it's working. So like I said, for this run you can only have 29. So let us just open that using the file explorer. So look for gg, where's it? Yeah, there. So it's loading. Just 1 minute, you should have that. So yeah, this is it. So you can go ahead, do more data transformations as you please in your just transform like the price, make it like a standard numbers kind of, and I like that. So you can see from here that you have the location, okay, of the property, the link, okay, links to the then to the and so on. So that's just it about this video. So if there's you can like, subscribe to my channel, because I'll be doing more web scraping videos, like this, so as to help, then I'll be doing some other video relating to data engineering. So some data engineering, box you need to tick that nobody will tell you in any lecture. So I'm here to bridge that gap between those silent words, and yeah, nice for having me in this video. Yeah, thank you.